Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. And now I will start the tarot card reading for the month of March 2024. So the first card is King of Pentacles. This card indicates that this month you will be very much focused for your finances and you will work towards more money, earning more finances. Now, some of you can go for some sort of new investments and some of you can think about that exactly what should I do so that my money will grow? Should I take up a new job? Should I ask my boss for a raise? Should I study rather a sector which will give me more money? These kind of things you will think about, and you will also start calculating how much money I am spending in this month, how much I'm losing, plus minus and everything, and you will do that that sort of balance sheet kind of calculation about your money. So it's a good time for financial calculation, financial growth. Next card is the Fool card, and this card indicates that you will be thinking about starting something new. Something like a new business or a new project or a new venture. And it can also be a sudden impulsive thought inside your head, because what happens is like we kind of sit still. When you sit still, you will find that suddenly there is this thought coming in your head, like let's say a new idea or a new seed of thought. Like sometimes those thoughts are really powerful, and they enable us to kind of do something which we haven't thought about. Like let's say the way Steve Jobs thought about Apple, or Einstein suddenly thinking about theory of relativity. These ideas come when we are blank. So go for blank state, go for meditation this month. So if you will meditate, or if you will just sit still this month, you'll get some great ideas. Moving on to the next card, and I have the Two of Pentacles. This card indicates that you are weighing your options, like whether I should do this or whether I should do that. So basically you are calculating, you're assessing the situation, and at the same time I also see there can be a little bit of low energy this month. You can have a little bit of feeling of depression also, and you have to take care of your mental health. That's very important. And also I see that your career, your work and your love life can affect you a lot this month. It can bring you to something negative thoughts or negative thought processes. You have to be very careful about that. I'll move on to the next card, this Hermit card, and I have the Eight of Swords. So there is this hermit energy this month, as I was talking about, that you are kind of quite in this isolation, and you don't want to, you kind of cut off a lot this month. And with Eight of Swords, I see a lot of blockages, mind being trapped, doubting something, doubting yourself, doubting your ideas also, doubting your life, your friends, suspecting things. So you have that kind of energy. So I'll advise you the best way to remove the blockages, the trapping of mind, is just to get out of your room, get out of your office, wherever you are, come out and walk in the nature. Go to a park, or go for, let's say if you can't go to a park also, you can go to the rooftop, or you can just take a walk on the road, wherever you can. Fresh air, nature, fresh life. Just take a break from whatever you're doing, and once you do that, you get refreshed again, recharged again, and you can always come back to what you are doing. I'll move on to the next card, and I have the Page of Swords, and this card indicates that you are quite curious about something. You're keeping an eye on finding information about something. Can be online digging about something, analyzing, deep analysis of things. So some of you can be even stalking your ex-lover, or your somebody, your partner, or it can be you're stalking your old friend's life, somebody who hurt you. And we have this tendency to go negative, is that somebody didn't do good to us, then we think negative about the person. We think that, oh, I will just hope that the person dies, or I hope the person fails in his or her life. And and then we start digging about them, and it's not a very good thought. If somebody has hurt you, my dear Aries, what I'll advise you is that try to forget that person. Okay, sometimes it's very difficult. Try to ignore, forgive that person, forget. I think everybody must have told you to forgive and forget, but it doesn't happen. The person keeps on coming. So you just tell yourself that, am I going to waste my next 5 minutes thinking negative of the person? Remember that when you think negative about a person, you hurt yourself, you poison yourself. So you are drinking the same poison, Should I mull about this person in negativity, or should I think about what I'm doing right now? Should I be enjoying my life right now, or doing what I love the most and thinking positive? So just make a shift in your thought pattern. Tell yourself that I don't have to do this because I have something better with me. So I will stick to what I am doing right now. And that's how you come out of negativity. I'll move on to the next card, and I have the Temperance card, and I was talking about that. This card is really, really telling you, speaking to you that you have to heal yourself, because as I told you that you have this Hermit energy, then you have the Swords, Eight of Swords and Page of Swords energy. This energy is just talking about the kind of blockages you have. So you have to kind of heal your mind, body and spirit, your health. You have to love yourself this month, my dear Aries. And Aries is the first house. You are supposed to love yourself. And I am just asking you, my dear Aries, what has happened to you? Why are you not cheerful anymore? Why don't you smile anymore? You must smile. You must laugh. Laugh away against your worries. And do you know one thing, that when you laugh, when you smile, your enemies, they burn with jealousy and they just get destroyed themselves. You don't have to do anything for them. So your conflicts will be resolved, and I will ask you to resolve your conflicts, go towards a normal life. And I see it's happening also with communication, better communication. Your conflicts can be resolved this month, and you will win over your fears and or your damaged past. And there is pranic healing happening. Try to heal yourself, and you will do that, my dear Aries. So that was all for Aries. I'll move on to the next sign, and that is Taurus. So Taurus, your first card is Page of Swords, and this card indicates that it's a very good time for learning, reading, writing, learning, educating yourself, taking classes, hobby classes, special classes, or taking up a new course or a diploma or a degree, or taking admission somewhere will be happening. It's a very, very crucial time for you. It's a time where you have to work with kids, and some of you can have to work with kids. Some of you will think about the future, what's going to happen. So if you are a parent and you have kids, so then you will have to give up some time to your kids. I also see that you will give up the old habits for new teachings. Some of you can go for chanting mantras. You will find some new mantras. You will go towards spirituality also this month, my dear Taurus. So I'll move on to the next card, and we have the Ten of Wands, and this card indicates that this blocking of something in your life which is not serving you, something which is not good for you anymore. So a heavy situation which is not serving you, you will walk away from that. It can be a situation, it can also be a person. Some sort of cleansing energy is happening this month. I was talking about. So yeah, it's a good time for you, my dear Taurus. But the next card is a little bit intimidating for everyone, because in tarot, when we see this card, we all get scared. Oh my god, what's happening? It's the Tower card. Yes, the next card is the Tower card, and this card indicates some sort of strong, drastic energy, unexpected drama happening in your life, something which you didn't expect. It's like pulling the rug below your feet. It's like pulling the carpet below your feet. you don't know, I mean, from where it's coming, the kind of situation is happening. And yeah, so don't worry, because I know that thing for sure. The Tower card's purpose is to kind of make you a better person and delete what is not serving you anymore. And sometimes we already know it. We know that this thing is not good for us. Still, we continue doing it for a long time because we don't want to get out of a comfort zone. And the purpose of Tower card is to get you out from the comfort zone. You might have, if you have read physics, you might have read about inertia of rest, where if you are in the resting motion, it's the body's inertia to remain in rest. And if you are in motion, body's tendency is to remain in motion. So to break the inertia, we need an external force or an external agent. So Tower card is like that only. I'll move on to the next card, and I have the Temperance card. So my dear Taurus, you will be very calm and patient in handling the drama, because I know Taurus people are very, very patient people, and you guys are like, I can say, in the worst of the storms, in the worst of the situations, you guys are calm, composed. You have that bull-like energy because you are Taurus. And you have the power of Shukracharya, like Venus, where Venus is a very, very powerful guru or a mentor, and they know everything, what to do, what not to do. So they remain calm. So the calmness always comes from knowledge. If you have knowledge, you will remain calm because you know that these things happen. So that's how you're going to deal with the drama very nicely, and that's a good thing. I'll move on to the next card, and it's the King of Cups. It indicates that some sort of love opportunity for you, I can say. But yeah, you're quite guarded. You're very reluctant. You're not very desperate. You don't have the desperate energy. You're not desperate to say yes, because I have this other card. It's the Nine of Wands, and it's a wounded warrior. And yeah, so you have been kind of, I can say, unlucky in love since these couple of months, or maybe 1 or 2 years or something. It's not, you just felt cheated a lot of time, and you are not going to say yes immediately, but you will take your time, and you might even say no. And I think it's good for you. I also see that those of you who are doing business, especially who are doing import and export business, it's a very beneficial time for you. And I would like to say one thing is, what I see is that this month you can buy a shoe which is very fancy, but it's not quite fitting your feet. So it can damage your feet. So try to avoid such kind of shoes, because let's say girls, sometime women, ladies, girls, they buy those heels and all that, and they don't realize that you might look very pretty outside, but internally you're damaging your backbone, you're damaging your feet. Or if you are a man, or like a young teenage boy, or an adult man, whatever you are, if you buy a shoe which is, they have those pointed shoes where the front part is very pointed, and if you have very wide feet, then it's very damaging for your fingers, so try to avoid that this month. So anyways, I will move on to the next sign, and that is the Gemini. My dear Gemini, your first card is a Sun card, and this card indicates that there is divine blessings coming for you this month. Some obstacles, some of your fear will go away, and you can take calculated risks. I will advise you actually take calculated risks, and quite luck is in your favor only. There's also temporary rise of power. Like, let's say you are working in a company for a long time, suddenly you'll get a promotion, and you will feel like, okay, wow, I am promoted, but then you will realize that it is all fake, and things are not happening exactly how you had imagined, something else is happening. Or let's say you wanted something desperately, you will get that, but then you will feel powerful, but then after that you will feel something strange. I mean, oh my god, this is not what I had thought of, kind of feeling, Anyways, so I also see that this month you will break some old habits, some old patterns. That's a very good thing actually. Career wise, you will explore new areas, and it's very good for people who want to leave their home or relocate somewhere. I also see that it's a very good time for those who are in real estate business, or explorers, like people who like to explore life. They don't want to get stuck somewhere. People who are doing vastu or occult or something, it's a good time for them, So the next card is Six of Pentacles, and what I see in this card is that my dear Gemini, you can feel like you are a giver and you're giving too much and you're not receiving that much. You're receiving less, giving more, and there's an imbalance energy this month, and you have to balance that. There's also a lot of indecisiveness. You're feeling like you are on a crossroad, you have two choices and you don't know what to do, what not to do, kind of situation. So my advice is that see, if you are in a relationship, or if you are in daily dealing with a person, can be anyone, can be your wife, can be your husband, your child, it can be a colleague, it can be your friend, best friend, BFF, whatever. So if you are giving them like your 50%, so they should minimum give you 30 or 40% back. If it's too less, you need to ask yourself why I am with that person. I mean, why I'm feeling so lonely? Why can't I deal with my solitude? I will not say the word loneliness, but I will say the word solitude, because the positive word is solitude. Try to spend some time with yourself, because the more solitude energy you have, the more you are alone, you have that alone time, the more powerful you will become. You will have the ability to say no to people very easily. You can say no, and if you have a person in your life who is very loving and caring, so you will stay with them and you will understand the process of elimination. And my dear Gemini, I will tell you that if you will not eliminate the negative people, the positive people will never be able to enter back in your life, because you have filled yourself with so many fake friends and fake people that you are not allowing the positive people to enter. So you have to rectify it this month, my dear Gemini. So that was all for Gemini, and I will move on to the next sign, that is Cancer. Cancer, how will be your month of March 2024? So what I see, the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a great card for you. So some of you were hoping for a result, like some result was there for you and you didn't know what is going to happen. But what I see is victory is going to come. You will get victory. And also I see a lot of expansion happening in your life, and many of you can travel, like move in a very separate new direction. Some of you will relocate to a new place, new city. So I'll move on to the next card, that is the Seven of Swords, and this card indicates there is a chance of stealing or cheating in your life. Somebody can steal something from you or cheat you. Be very careful. Or you can also have the same tendency of trickery. Otherwise, I will say that this is the time, if something is not happening, you can find better ways to do something. Like for example, you always thought that the best way to buy groceries is to go to the market and buy, but you will realize that if I order it online, I save time, I save energy, so why do I have to go outside? So you will find new ways of doing something. So the next card is Ten of Pentacles. In Ten of Pentacles, I see a raise in finances, your income level, your value, your skill set, and also you will get some clarity in your life. Some of you can have a good new hobby also. The next card is Three of Wands, and I see that you might feel bad about your salary also. Even if there is a raise in finances, still somewhere you're feeling undervalued, like maybe you are feeling underestimated, overlooked by people. And it can be in any level, like let's say you are in your family, in your home, and you feel that nobody is valuing you anymore, and you can feel bad about something. So you can decide suddenly you can make a big decision in your career. Some of you will go for something entrepreneurial, work or project following your heart or something. Some of you will think out of the box this month. This is also the time where you can drop your old skill and move to new skills, and it's a great time for learning. And try to associate with good friends, and actually I see that you can decide to associate with good friends, make good friends, and leave out the toxic bad friends. And also what I see is that losing all the negative people in your life is quite good for you. And this is the time when you must try to avoid fights with your neighbors. There can be some sort of fight with your neighbors. Also, a lot of powerful thoughts will come in your mind, and it's a very good time to be friends, to have your real friends. I'm saying the friends who really care for you, your well-wishers and all that. They will be around you. You will have a very quality time with them, and you will also get clarity of life. So trust your choices and trust what decisions you are taking. So some great ideas will come into your mind, and that will be just the beginning of something really huge. So that was all for Cancer. I'll move on to the next sign, and that is Leo. Hi Leo, how will be your month of March 2024? Let's do the tarot card reading, and the first card is the Sun card. This card is very much related to your own sign, and this card indicates that this month you can have some sort of emotional outburst in the family situation, family drama can happen. And otherwise what I see is that my dear Leo, since it's a Sun card, so Sun God is asking you to follow your dharma this month. Yes, you need to kind of do the right thing. And sometimes we wonder, like, what exactly is the right thing? What should we do really? I mean, what is right and what is wrong? Sometimes we have the confusion. But I think the best way to resolve a confusion is to follow some religious text like Bhagavad Gita or Vedas, Upanishads, or if you have a guru, if you have the right guru, they will give you the right advice. And yes, and this is the time when you will get the right gurus. But most important thing for you, my dear Leo, for this month is that you will have to sacrifice the bad habits, the toxic habits of your life. For example, if you are addicted to certain food, which is not good for your health, and you really know that, but what's happening is that you are you know everything, but you just don't want to take the pain of doing the right thing. But this month is, will have a different impact on you. You will think about sacrificing them, because sometimes we realize that when we sacrifice the negative thing for achieving something higher, then it's always our benefit. We are profited in that process. And what I see is that this month you will get a lot of knowledge. You will get mantras, and if you are into mantra sadhana and all that, chanting and mantras and the impact of guru. And also great time for withdrawing, relaxing, meditating in this month. I think, my dear Leos, you must meditate this month. Whatever, if some of you, if you're following Buddhism also, there is this famous line, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. You can chant that also. If you are practicing any other way of meditating, you can do that. If you want to keep your mind blank, do that. But this is a very great time to heal from your past problems, suffering. It's a great time for self-healing and withdrawing from the world, because only if you withdraw from the world into isolation or into self-connection, then only you can really, really heal yourself. I'll move on to the next card, and you have King of Cups for you for this month, my dear Leo. And King of Cups being a sign related to the water signs, so you have a strong influence of Cancer. So Cancer zodiac influences there. So it's possible that you have a Cancer friend, or somebody, maybe your lover is a Cancerian, or your mother or your father, or your colleague or boss, anyone who is very, very close to you. Or it's possible that someone fresh and new will come into your life as a Cancer, and they will have a lot of influence in your life. So those influences can also be related to, like, let's say, for example, if you don't have any Cancer person in your life, in that case, it's possible that you can do some work related to your home, like resolving past issues, closing things in the past. As I was talking about, this is the month of healing for you. So you might renovate your house, redecorate your room, or paint your room, or arrange things, or deal with real estate issues. I don't know, something like that is coming. Yeah, it's a great time for emotional healing also, as I said. But what I see is that since past few days or months, or maybe last 1 year, you've been working really, really hard. And what I see is that you're kind of close to burnout. So you're very, very close to burnout, but you missed it. And now you will continue. So you were feeling like, I'm done, I'm quitting, it's enough. I'm burned out of all these pressure and everything, but it will not happen, and you will just relax and you will continue doing what. Maybe you decided to quit your job, but then suddenly you will decide not to do it. I think this is the time when you can think about certain things which you want to do in your life. Like, you have to ask yourself this question, that where you want to be by next year. Like in the next 1 year, in this 1 year, like when I reach 2025, what are the things I want to achieve? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to achieve certain, like say, get a government job, or start working in that MNC? Or do you want to study in that particular college? Or do you want to be in a relationship with this amazing person in your life? Whatever is your goal, I don't know what it is. You can also decide to be more healthy, have a more healthier lifestyle. Start jogging in the morning. So the point is that if you have a plan, if you want to achieve something, this is the best time to make a schedule and plan accordingly and start working in a disciplined manner. That's how you can achieve. So this is the time. March is the time when you will really think about it. So that was all for my dear Leos, and I will move on to the next sign, that is Virgo. And what I see, my dear Virgo, your first card is Six of Wands, and this card indicates that this month you have the power to learn, the power to adapt, the power to start a new project, and also you will have a very good time this month. And most importantly, since I have got this Six of Wands, which is a victory card, what I see, the most important thing is that this month you will have victory over enemies and you will get justice. So there can be competitions, but you can destroy the competitions and you will be victorious. If you were trying for something for a long time and you didn't know what to do, and there were obstacles, so you will be able to defeat all obstacles this month. So great time for you, my dear Virgos. So at the same time, I also see that it's a very good time to start a new project, new business venture, entrepreneurship, or anything like that. And if let's talk about your finances. So for your finances, I see Ace of Pentacles, which is another money card, and this card indicates that so you will be very focused on money this month. And I know that Virgos are very, very particular about money, and they love their money, they want a lot of money, and they want sustenance, and they will not do anything for free, by the way, and they will always figure out a way to earn money. And they are very, very practical and they calculate everything nicely, and it's because they realize that survival is very, very important. And so that's why what I see is that finances is very important for this month, and you'll be very focused on your finances. And also try to focus on savings. And I know that Virgos, they normally save a lot of money, but if you are spending a lot this few days or recently, let's say you got a promotion or you got a new job and you got a lot of money and you're spending, I'll advise you try to have more savings and try to be more practical. At the same time, I also see that some of you can set up your own business. I'll move on to the next card, and I have Two of Cups. This card indicates that there will be a lot of changes in your life partner's life. Like, let's say something will happen in his or her life, like they will suddenly get something which they wanted, or let's say they will have a change in life pattern or a lifestyle or something. Like, let's say they always used to forget keeping the toothbrush at the right place. They used to throw the toothbrush somewhere and he used to hate it. Like, why my husband is always doing the same thing? I told him so many times, I'm so angry at him. But now suddenly he will start keeping it at the right place. I'm just giving an example. But something will change, and like maybe his attitude towards life will change. Or let's say he can get some success also, something he always wanted or she always wanted. So yeah, it's a good time for your life partner. And obviously it will help you as well. At the same time, I also see that if let's say you and your partner, you were fighting since a long time, there were obstacles, there were differences, struggles or fights happening, this is the time when you will figure out a solution to end the fights, and you will have a new approach to marriage. The way you're looking, you will not look at your marriage in the same way. You will look at your marriage in a different way, in a different manner, completely new attitude, maybe a Zen attitude, I don't know. So the most important key to any successful marriage is communication, and I see that. So you will solve the communication issues in a very humble manner, like in a diplomatic manner. You will have some humility in dealing with the communication problems, and you have to use diplomacy this time to figure out, to bring peace between you and your partner. So I also see there is a possibility of traveling somewhere. Let's say you and your partner will travel somewhere to a place, and you will resolve all your fights there. You will have a very nice romantic time, and you will enjoy the time, and everything will be okay after that. Okay, that's a great thing. I'll move on to the next card, and I have 10 of Swords, and this card indicates that, well, it's a kind of stuck situation. Let's say some of you are hating your job right now. Maybe you are sitting in your office right now listening to tarot card reading, and you're hating your job at the same time. It's just a distraction, because you want to figure out what to do about your life. So, well, you have been in a manipulative situation. And I also see that many of you are thinking of quitting your job, planning, plotting, working behind the scenes. Nobody knows about it. Maybe only your bestie knows about it, and you're just thinking about it. Oh, what should I do? Maybe I should apply here. Maybe you have already applied. Your CV, resumes here and there. Yeah, you've done that, and you've been thinking of quitting the job. You're feeling quite stuck because you're doing the same thing again and again, and it's like a loop. So there's a high chance that you will quit. But I will, of course, being Virgos, you plan a lot. So I will advise you that make sure that you have your next job in your hand before you quit it. Otherwise, it will be a very rash decision. Don't do that. Wait a little more. Find something. But if you're very sure that, yes, I know what I have to do, then you can quit. But make a plan first. At the same time, I also see that some of you have already left your job. Some of you have already left the job. And it's kind of, you might be in an unemployed situation, like you're unemployed right now. And you're waiting for something good, because you value yourself a lot. Because I know the Virgos, my dear Virgos, I know how talented you are, how perfectionist you are, how hardworking you are. So you don't like it when somebody breaks your trust, or somebody doesn't give you what you really deserve, and that's why you're waiting. But what I feel is that, my dear Virgos, you are leadership material. You need to wait, because something new is going to happen in your career. New era in your career is going to happen. You have to wait for it. At the same time, I also see that Some of you want to be an entrepreneur. So there's a duality here. Like you're thinking whether I should do another job or whether I should start a business. So this is a thought between job or business. You're thinking like that. What should I do exactly? You should consult an astrologer, or let's say or maybe you should just figure it out. What is the practical thing to do? Let's say you can do a job, have a financial stability, and think about your business sideways. Or if you have a lot of savings, you can go head on into the business, but make a very practical choice is my advice. So as it is the 10 of Swords card, so it's a very stuck energy. So don't worry, my dear Virgos, you will come out of it. Because in the future you're coming out of it in a very, very big way. So that's it. And we'll move on to the next card, and that is 3 of Cups. So this card indicates a third party situation, and I see that there is some sort of attraction happening in your office, some sort of love story brewing in the office, romance in the office kind of situation. Like, let's say you're attracted to a person in your work field, in your office. You see him or her all the time, and maybe you are already talking to that person. Some of you already know the person, and they also know you. He or she knows you. You know them. You're talking to them also. Very, very official, formal talk. Nobody has told anything to anyone. It's all happening inside. But you are not making a move because you don't want to be the other person, because you already know that person is already committed to another woman or a man, and you don't want to be the third party person, or let's say the other woman or man in that person's life. And you don't want to hurt both the person, because at the end you're also hurting that person with whom he or she is committed. So you want to be a little bit ethical here, and you want to take away the attraction. But what I will advise you, my dear Virgo, is that the devil's energy is there. You will always feel the temptation that sometimes you think that I will be very, very ethical, I'll be very, very strong, and you have a lot of control. Virgos have a lot of control. They're control freaks. But sometimes Virgos also, the people who are very, very controlled, they also have the liability to lose control. So you have a possibility to lose control. So be very careful. And I will say that try to put your energy into something else, like something you like. If you keep on thinking about the situation all the time, it will draw you in the negative way. So try to put your energy in something better, something like, as I was talking about, let's say you want to start a business, or let's say you are a creative person, you have a hobby or anything which is different from your office work. If you put your energy in the productive area, anything bad will not happen. So that was all for Virgos. I'll move on to the next sign, that is Libra. Hi Libra, now I will start your tarot card reading for the month of March 2024. So your first card is 7 of Cups. And what does this card indicate? It says that you have too many things in your plate now. Like, it is as if you are doing a lot of things at the same time, multitasking. You are working towards them. Ensure that there will be restrictions. You have to keep some restrictions. Like, this is what I should do and this is what I shouldn't do. But at the same time, I also see that since multiple things are happening together at the same time, what I see is that you can have a boost to academics. Academics wise, you will be growing. Many of you will take up courses. Some of you can go abroad. Some of you will do very well in your studies. Good time for students. Otherwise, if I see job wise, great opportunities coming for you. New opportunities. And actually, when we see a new opportunity, we don't know whether it's going to be good or bad, whatever it is. But later on, you are going to get some positive growth. So just wait for it. But otherwise, in the romance sector, I see it's bad for romance time. There can be some sort of difficulties in your romantic life. You have to maintain stability in your relationship. This is the time. Don't expect something extraordinary happening, but at at least try to have peace with your partner. And otherwise, I see that it's an opportunity to repay your debts and, just go loan free right now. And I also see that your immunity power can increase right now. Health wise, good time. Do not invest in lucrative objects. It's a great time to resolve conflicts in your life. You will build a solid foundation of something which you want to do. I'll move on to the next card. I have the moon card, and this card indicates that you're quite anxious right now because you are, especially in a relationship, I see some sort of fear. You're quite, you're in this frenzy state, but you are optimistic, as I was talking about. Some sort of deception happening. One-sided, I can say, one-sided deception. One-sided relationship, especially. Moon card always talks about deception, cheating in a relationship. And, you just don't know what's there in the mind of the other person, and you are kind of thinking a lot. So you are married. If you are married already, then you don't feel anything anymore. You just think that the magic is gone. The sparkle is gone in your life. And I know it happens that initially we start with a wonderful relationship where we really care for each other. People text each other, talk to each other, and they travel and they exchange gifts and all that. They talk about how beautiful their life has become, blah, blah, blah. And, they get married, and after 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, or after they have kids, everything is over. It's like two boring people living with each other, not even having time for each other. They're just on their phone all the time, that sort of thing. So it's up to you how you can bring the spark back in your relationship. Maybe you should do something together again, something new, like going for an adventure trip or traveling somewhere without taking your family, your child, or your relatives, just going alone, you too, like two adventure seekers, that sort of thing can be there. You have to constantly challenge each other, then only this relationship can, revive the beauty of it which was there. So it's up to you. I leave it up to you. I also see that a disappointment can happen again in your life. Something which had happened will happen again, and you were hoping that it won't happen, but it has happened, and again you're hoping that it won't happen again. So yeah, so sort of deja vu, I can say, something. So anyways, you have to resolve it, and you will resolve it. Being a Libra, Librans are expert in relationship management, conflict management, and all that. They're very diplomatic, so you use your sweet talk, your diplomacy, whatever. It can be anything. I'm not saying that it will happen in relationship only. It can be any kind of disappointment. But anyways, it's a good time to take a nap, sleep. I think you need sleep, because you will, being a Libra, Librans, they get refreshed when they sleep, because they work a lot. They really, really, really work hard, with Saturn being exalted in their signs. So if you take a nap, you'll be very, very refreshed. And this month you will get an opportunity to take a nap, to take a long sleep. I mean, you will be asking why I'm talking about that. It's a stupid, silly stuff, isn't it? Taking a nap. I'm talking about that. Excuse me, I'm saying it for a purpose, because I think you've been working really hard and it's time to take a nap, and you deserve it, so you will take it. Anyways, I'll move ahead, and what I also see, there's some sort of okay, I will go to the next card. Okay, so the next card is the Hanged Man card, and this card is talking about a break or breakup sort of thing, a pause, a gap, a gap happening in your life. And you are in this pause mode, thinking about something. You are contemplating a lot of stuff, as I was talking about, a disappointment and then a pause in your life. So I'll move on to the next card, and I have the Lovers card, and this card indicates that it's about a couple who, two people like the king and the queen looking at each other. Both are in love, or they are not in love anymore, or something like that. You're admiring each other, but there's a lot of confusion. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what is in the future. There are some conflicts and there are some areas, and you don't know whether it's going to be solid or it's flimsy or what it is. There's a lot of, thoughts in your head, a lot of confusion, lack of clarity, I can say. And I don't see anything resolving this month, but maybe in the future things can clear up. So you have to just wait and watch for the next month's tarot card reading, and I will move on to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So my dear Scorpions, your first card is 10 of Cups. It's an amazing card. Especially, it's a very, very good chance to buy a flat, a house, a resale flat especially. And it's a time you can have a very good boost in your career, especially if you're in the finance sector, bank, finance, in the digital space, or e-commerce or something like that. Same time, I also see that you have to focus on your needs rather than your wants, and a lot of your needs will be met, and you will get a lot of things which you wanted. A lot of you will go for education, certification, and you'll come out of your comfort zone. I see that. Try to avoid fights with your mother or with the family members, or try to avoid fights related to property. A little bit of jealousy in your heart is there. Maybe you'll feel a little jealous about someone but you have to let it go, because I know that Scorpions, they feel jealous. They feel revengeful also. There are a lot of negative traits in Scorpions. They have to handle it. So I'll move on to the next card, and I have the Emperor card. It's an amazing card. It has all the Martian energy which you need, and it talks about leadership. You will take leadership. You will take matters in your hand, and you will try to fulfill your own expectations yourself. You will not expect anybody to do it for you, which is a very, very, very Scorpion trait, a Martian trait. Scorpions and Aries both belong to the Mars energy, and they do their things on their own. They're very, very independent. Both men and women, I've seen that, and that happens here also. But what I want to tell you is that be very careful, because if initially you will feel like very energetic and doing it, but maybe you will not get what you wanted. Like, you thought that I'll get the results in 3 months, and you will not get it, and you can feel frustrated. Like, let's say you started a new company and now nothing is happening. No money, no sales, no growth, nothing happening. Yeah, you will feel frustrated. But yeah, you have to have patience and don't get desperate. That's what I want to say. Whatever, it can be a business, relationship, a life decision, relocation, going somewhere, meeting, making a new friend, or buying a new property, whatever it is. Just have patience and don't get trapped, because you are a Scorpion. You are a powerful zodiac sign. You're one of the most powerful, not one of the, you're the most powerful zodiac sign out of the 12 zodiac sign. I can tell you that, because you've got extreme level of power. So the only way a Scorpion can be trapped is if they want to get trapped. You will get trapped only if you want to. If you want to be fooled, you will be fooled. There's no other way anyone can fool you. You're very smart and intelligent, my dear Scorpions. Yeah. So I will move on to the next card. I hope you felt a little bit good by knowing how powerful you are. Yeah, so I'll move on to the next card. That's the Empress card. It's an amazing card once again for you. I know Scorpions, you're going through a very rough phase since a couple of years, like 2-3 years. A lot of bad things happening with you. You're dealing with a lot of shit in your life, and I know how nicely you're dealing with it. I mean, you have a lot of strength, and you have a lot of energy and power, and I know that only the powerful people get more difficulties than the weaker ones. The strong ones have to fight stronger battles. So anyways, so the Empress card, it talks about the fact that this month you can do some sort of maintenance activity for your car, bike, vehicle maintenance going to happen. And you can go for a road trip also. You might have scheduled it already, some plans, let's say people in India can go for Goa or something, or even some people are going for Ladakh or some sort of road trip, traveling with friends, or going on the car with a bunch of friends, going away because you've been locked up since a long time, going with friends, staying in a hotel, and doing whatever you want to, shouting in the mountains or something like that. It's not a final destination, it's like a temporary move. Some of you have relocated also, I can see that. But what I see with the Empress card coming is that this Empress card is talking about very, very, very important life event happening, which will happen this month to you. And you might, it can happen suddenly, out of the bolt, out of the blue, suddenly happening. You don't know how it happened, when it happened, why it's happening. You can have hundreds of questions suddenly, in your head. But it is because of the fate, your karma, And now, I know you're following astrology and tarot, that's why you are in this channel. So I know, I hope you understand what is fate, what is karma. It's not an imaginary thing, fate and karma, or some superstitious thing. No, it's not. You can it's as scientific as the laws of physics, because you must have seen it in your daily life. If you do something, if you take any action, then you have to face the consequence of your action all the time. So it's the same thing. And when we see something unexpected happening, it didn't happen because it was unexpected, but if you think backwards, you will figure out why it happened. You had something to do with it. You made some mistake, or maybe you met a wrong person, and meeting the wrong person was also your decision, by the way. You might have felt the vibe, but you never listened to your gut. So always listen to your gut feeling or instinct, your intuition, whatever it's saying. And Scorpions are very, very intuitive signs. So what I'm saying is that you are entering into a new phase of your life. But don't worry, because this new life event is not a negative one. You can feel that it is negative, but it is not. So you're entering into a new phase of life, and you have no idea. It's a brand new phase, and you're searching for meaning in life, like some sort of... some of you can actually get retired. And now you don't know what to do, but it's a new phase. You have no idea, but you are now searching for meaning in life. It can be a time for celebration, retirement time for difficult transition into something new, and you have to focus on your new purpose. What is your purpose? You asking this question, I can hear it. What is the purpose of my life? Why I was born? What I'm meant to do? Am I meant to do a 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life, or am I supposed to do something else? Why I'm not finding happiness? You're seeking happiness, deeper happiness and peace. So this new phase, which will happen quickly, will start. And you might feel powerless in the beginning, my dear Scorpions, but eventually you will realize your power. You will understand what you have to do. And once you know it, you will be like a magician, like a powerful, powerful person who knows what he or she wants, and you will do it. I have faith in you, my dear Scorpions. So yes, I'll move on to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Hi Sagittarius, now let's do the tarot card reading for you for the month of March 2024, and your card of the month, or the theme of the month, is the Temperance card. So yes, we have Temperance card, and the theme for this month is balance. Balance is the most important thing for this month, and what I see, what the card tells you is that be very, very particular about what you are buying this month. Especially you will have like a need, requirement, desire, or enchantment, whatever I can say, for buying a property. And many of you will buy property this month, but please be very careful when you are buying it. Think twice, delay it and check all the paperwork before you do any kind of action like that. But at the same time, I also see that you are working hard since a long time, and your hard work is going to pay you back. And some of you can be affected in your sleeping patterns. So try to find a way to get enough rest for your body and for your mind to heal yourself. That's very, very important. Sleeping is very important. And otherwise, I also see that there can be some issues with your relationship with the father, some father issues coming here. So try to maintain a balance. As I said, the theme of the month is balance. Try to have a balance in your relationship with your father and be very careful in those matters. Otherwise, I feel that this month, my dear Sagittarius, you must do meditation. It's very, very important for you. At least you can just sit calmly, not doing anything, not working, not reading, writing, or watching any shows or television or series or YouTube channels or checking your social media or phone. Go gadget free this month. I mean, not like completely gadget free, it's not possible, but like you can devote 1 hour in every week where you just go gadget free and you just sit with nature. Try to experiment with a nihilistic kind of life where you are away from all kind of toxic things which trap us, kind of thing. Because what is important is that when you go in the cut-off energy, cut-off mode, that time you get a lot of clarity. You connect with yourself deeply, and then only you can take better decisions about yourself. Otherwise, I also see that people who are involved in export-import businesses, they will have a lot of growth. And people who are working in different time zones, they will see some growth. Like, let's say you are in India, but you're working for the US time zone. Or let's say you're working for Denmark's time zone. Let's say you are a software engineer and you're working for another time zone. Some of us work in night shifts also. They will have some growth in their life. Yeah. But what is important is, again, I spoke about the balance which is needed. Work-life balance is a very, very, very important issue for this month. So maybe you are working too hard and not giving enough time for your body, for your rest, for your mind, for your family. So you need to do that. Or maybe you are resting too much and not working at all. That can also be an issue. So you have to start working. So that balance is needed. And then you also will spend a lot of time in health this month. Health will be an important concern for you. I see some health issues coming for you, like your spinal cord, your neck. You can get a spondylitis issue or a back related problem. So keep your posture correct. Do yoga for your upper body. Do go for a long walk or do some flexibility related exercises. Give rest to your eyes and spend some time with your health, and that is going to help you a lot. Otherwise, I say yes, as I said, the theme of the month is balance, and I hope you attain it this month. My dear Sagittarius, I'll move on to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So Capricorn, your first card is 10 of Pentacles, which means that financial security will be the most important for you this month, and you will secure it. You will secure you financially. You always do that. Because Capricorn, you are a sign who understands materialism very well. You understand how to gain property, assets, securities. You're very good at those things. So you attain them. You secure a future pretty quickly. So I also see you will be buying fixed assets this month. Property, car, land, and all that stuff. And make sure that you're not buying it with a liability, with a lot of loan or a lot of debt. So do not do that. And I also see that you will make some efforts which is completely out of the box. You will have a creative approach. It's a great month for you. I see that. But try to avoid fights with the family members, unnecessary expenditures, or there can be a situation where you can suddenly have a divorce kind of situation, relationship related fights. So don't burn out yourself so much. Don't try to do suddenly something which is not expected from you, which you don't expect it from yourself. I'm not saying what people expect about you, but what kind of person you are, and try to remain that person. You don't have to someone else. Then I also see that this month a lot of changes in your food habit, and do try to take care of your dental health, your teeth. That's quite important, and you will have a lot of creative approach towards life. So there's a lot of power, confidence, self-identity coming to you. You are in a very, very exalted position. Mars is exalted right now in your Lagna ascendant, and tarot-wise also it's a great time for you. You'll be very powerful. Many of you will take up leadership roles. You will shine. You'll be very energetic. and you'll be like wanting to do things, taking charge of everything kind of thing. So try to avoid having too many desires, because you can suddenly think like, I want this, I want that. Too many desires can kill you, burn you out, because if you have desires, then you will have to work to attain them also. And when you work too much, you burn your body, your mind, your soul, everything is burning along with that. But otherwise, I also see, so what I'm saying is that you need to be in the company of such people, friends, who can bring you back to the earth, who can make you earthy. You are an earth sign, who can make you grounded. Sometimes we fly like a kite, but we also need that foothold on the ground. So anyways, lot of friend circle. You will have good network circle in the first half of the month especially. Some of you can go for a trip. Try to avoid too much of indulgence. Work on yourself, I see. So the next card is the King of Swords, and as I was talking about that, you will be working out a lot on your physical body. Some of you will go to the gym, some of you will start running, some of you will take care of your health, some of you will change your appearances, the suits, the dresses, the costumes, whatever clothes you're wearing. You will start power dressing or something. A lot of bodily, physical changes in your personality. Some of you will become really bold, brave, confident. And I also see that I want to advise you, like not advise, but I just, as a friend, I want to tell you that focus on your good emotions, because Capricorn, you have this dark side. You have the devil controlling you, chained by the devil. So sometimes you will feel like drawn towards the dark side, wanting to do something negative, temptation, secret temptation inside you. Sometimes you also feel very sad for unknown reason, Saturn being your ruler. Like you just want to connect with your sadness. And it's a very toxic, negative thing. Then you pull all the negative people around the world. Everybody gets attracted to you. All the negative people come attracted to you because you have this inner temptation, this inner sadness and whatever. The only way you can make peace with that is only way you can make peace with the outside world is by making peace with yourself. So you have to find a way by which you can focus on good emotions, happy things of your life. Let's say focus on your mother who loves you, focus on your knowledge, your education, your sister or your brother who loves you, or focus on what you have achieved, or how helpful you are to the world, how you are helping others, how you are a good employee in the office. Focus on all the good things or your happy memories in your childhood. Try to remember those good things, and the more you recollect those good things, you can fight the negative things better. If you have seen Harry Potter, there is this particular thing is there where Harry Potter is always tortured by those, the evil spirits and all those negative souls. And then there is this, the only cure to that is if Harry remembers the good memories of his life, then only he can come out. So this is like a allegorical explanation of how we should live our life is, when there are too many bad things, just remember the good things. Fix to them, stick to them. Just find the happy things and stick to it. Feel something. So that was all. And I see, my dear Capricorn, you like to drink a lot of tea, many of you. But some of you have this dual side where sometimes you're having tea, sometimes you're having coffee. When you're drinking a lot of tea and just drinking tea is like you become a tea person. And tea person, the people who just have tea, they have this particular spirit where they are more connected to the positive, the plus side, the good side. People who drink coffee. Coffee has this dark energy. Especially you'll see Scorpions drinking a lot of coffee, or maybe the Martian energy people, they drink a lot of coffee. I'm not saying coffee is completely an example of being evil. I'm not saying that. But coffee has its own side. Maybe it's a shadow side of a person. The hidden side is coffee. The open side, the outside, the light, the sun is tea. So you are both. Some of you have both tea and coffee. So if you are drinking both tea and coffee at the same time, I see that you're merging two sides of yours. The side which you show to the world, as well as your shadow side, the side which is hidden inside you. So it's merging, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you are aware of your dark side. Anyways, moving on. I see maybe some of you are just having tea right now. So it's up to you to figure it out. I'll move on to the next card. It's Ace of Cups, and this card indicates that some sort of good news coming into your life, like a lot of congratulations. It can be congratulations, you become a father. It can be congratulations, you got a promotion. It can be congratulations, you got admission into that university. Or congratulations, your visa was approved. Some sort of congratulation news coming to you, good news coming to you. Many of you were in a bad phase in the past, like your ex did some damage to you, but now you're out of that horrible situation. And at the end, I will like to tell you, my dear Capricorn, is that you have this power. A lot of energy is there with you, Capricorn. You see, the spiritual air and the spiritual water is coming to you this month. You have to receive it and you have to channel it to the earth. What does this mean? Okay, I'm talking in a poetic language, but what I want to say is that if you believe in spirituality, and I'm sure you do because you are in this channel, if you believe in spirituality, then if you are a spiritual person and you are trying to become a better human being every day by your activities, you are trying to do the right thing, the spiritual air or water or the divine forces will come to you. You must receive it and you have to channel it to the earth. It means you have a gift, my dear Capricorn. Accept the gift, manifest it, and give it to the world. Help people with your power, with your talent. Try to help people. Give them some service for the betterment of entire society, entire world, because you are extremely talented, extremely hardworking, my dear Capricorn. That was all for this month. I will move on to the next sign, that is Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, now I will do the tarot card reading for the month of March 2024, and your first card is the Star card, and this card indicates that this is the month where you will have to face the reality of your life, and it's because the Star card, so a lot of positive blessings from the universe will be coming to you. Try to be as helpful as possible and be in Aquarian energy. It is also a time which will test your patience, and so you have to be very patient this time and try to focus on your family. And I can see some family related problems coming up, but you have to resolve it with a lot of patience. It's a great time to focus on your health, especially your mental health. You have to take care of that. Try to wake up early and sleep early, wake up early, have a good lifestyle. And also so there's a message for you to stop using curse words, bad words, or telling lies, or tampering your speech. Do not do that. Cursing or abusing, venting your anger. But otherwise, what I see is that there's a brilliant transformation which will happen to you this month, and you will take matters into your own hand. There's a lot of global impact of Aquarians this month, and it's a life-changing month for you. So you can get some positive news which you were expecting or you were not expecting. Suddenly you will get it. So the advice for you for this month, my dear Aquarians, is to go with the flow and do not try to control everything, the situations. It's a great time for personal development, and it's almost like if you are a diamond, you will be discovered from the coal. It's a conversion of coal to diamond. Like lot of inner growth will happen to you. I also see, my dear Aquarians, that you are healing from your wounds, bad phase of your life, and you have a lot of responsibilities. So you need some alone time, solitude. So the Star card is bringing you out from the toxic energy which was there in your life, and it's a great time to be creative about yourself, about your personality, and also balance the male-female energy inside you. Like how much male energy, how much female energy should be balanced. It should not be like you are completely like a toxic masculine person, too much manly, and you are not if you are a man, I'm saying, you are not taking care of your feminine side. And what do you mean by feminine side? Feminine side of a man is that side which which is about connecting with emotions, with your own personal emotions, the ability to love, ability to care for others, nurture others, be creative, and sometimes cry also. I mean, I think it's perfect for a man to cry. Society has made all these stereotypes. You don't have to show it to the whole world. You can cry in your personal space, but crying is a great way to vent out emotions. Same for women. The female Aquarians who are watching this video, for them it's very important to balance your male energy, and male energy is about taking control, taking charge of your life, being a leader, being ambitious. That's equally important for a woman. If you are always giving, always submissive, all the time you are, taking care of others and you're putting your needs behind, then you are not doing justice to yourself. So you have to do that thing. You have to think about yourself, love yourself. That's equally important for you. So guys, that was all for Aquarians. I'll move on to the next sign, that is Pisces. So my dear Pisces, your first card is the Wheel of Fortune. This card indicates a big shift or change happening in your life, and it's a great time to expand your business, exercise, control, finances and all that. At the same time, you will get some gain, get some financial growth. Try to put the money in the right use and think out of the box. Don't go for too radical ideas. Otherwise it can backfire. But yes, you can have some anger issues this month, but luck will favor you with Wheel of Fortune this month. And I will go to the next card. It's Two of Cups, and this card indicates that so your love life will go all right. Romance will also be there, and you will be pretty good in the love department. At the same time, from an energy or connection, those of you who are already married or committed will have a good married life or romantic life. But if you are not, if you are a single, then somebody can come close to you, but you will run away from that person. You'll drift away because you might have dealt with some bad, horrible things, horrible people in the recent past, and you don't want to deal with that again. And some of you are very focused on financial stabilities, savings, which is a very good thing. So you are quite focused to divert yourself in anything else right now. But otherwise, what I see is that so you're getting a new definition of marriage and relationship. You're redefining what a marriage is all about. So you're taking things slowly. You're avoiding certain things. Some of you can become a little bit selfish this month, self-centered. You will be very focused on yourself and you will ignore your partner, so that can create a little bit of trouble. So you have to balance taking care of yourself and taking care of your partner. So that was all about Pisces for the month of March 2024, and this is all about all the 12 zodiac signs I've covered for March 2024. It's a very hot month. Summer has started, and at the same time we all will feel energetic with the sun coming into power. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month this month, and I will meet you once again next month, that is April 2024, with another round of tarot card reading session. Till then, have a great time.